Argentina has had in the last decades with a big S, there will be 6, 7, 8 decades, such an awful economic condition that we Argentinians were trained to survive kind of Navy SEALs of economic disasters. That was not made by design, but that occurred.
Diego, it's so great to have you again on the Defiant podcast, but this is a special one in person and from Buenos Aires. So great to be chatting with you here in Crecimiento.
Thank you so much for having me back, Cami. I'm happy to chat this time IRL. So
yeah, it's awesome. Diego is the head of innovation of the city of Buenos Aires. He is also at the core team of Crecimiento. Let's start by talking about what Crecimiento is. I think it's just a fascinating movement that, as most people who know me know, I'm so passionate about Argentina, having lived here, loved being here, and also it's what got me interested in crypto. So having this movement continue encouraging the community here, I just think it's amazing. But let's hear kind of from your own words what Crecimiento is.
Well, first of all, we're all really excited here in Crecimiento on the Aleph pop-up city. This started, I would say, something like 3 months and a half ago with Juan Bennett and James from Protocol Lab, with the guys from Mountain Protocol, Cello from Lemon, myself, and a lot of others who are in the crypto community, in the blockchain community in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. And we started to get excited about, hey, we could really make a change here. And we could, all of the crypto community in the world knows that Argentina and Buenos Aires is a thriving community. It's really strong. There's a lot of talent. There are a lot of use cases being built. And I think that what Crecimiento was able of doing is sort of catalyzing all of that into a movement, into a pop-up city. And we're so happy about it because we really think there is that spark that lighted the fire, which was already there. And this has been going on since Casa Voltaire 10 years ago. We have a lot of crypto OGs in the Argentine, let's say, community, with Lau Casares, Diego Gutiérrez Olivar, Seba Serrano, and so many others, which really started this movement 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think that this Crecimiento thing, well, it's a new phase. It's something that is starting to ignite something amazing in Argentina.
Awesome. And so Crecimiento is this movement that is meant to bring further growth for crypto in Argentina. And then there's Aleph, which is this pop-up city. Can you talk about that specifically?
Yeah, of course. The goal of Crecimiento is transforming Argentina into a crypto country. And that is the goal, and we are pursuing different alternatives, applying to specific regimes that we have in Argentina, just set it up in order to promote big investments, which is called RIGI. We're discussing special economic zones, alternatives, because we do believe that we have the talent in Argentina to do that, and we have the chance of doing that. And hence, we will need some regulatory framework in order to make that happen. But the first step in this movement was Aleph, is Aleph. Aleph is a pop-up city, and we have great collaboration from the Edge City guys. It's a pop-up city with all of the pop-up city logic, which we have today, if I don't remember bad, is 67 startups collaborating and working within a crypto hub, within the Aleph hub, which is just 2 blocks away. We have everyday programming, as for example here we're in Hangar 5 and we have Hangar 9 where today is regulatory day, and we have top-notch speakers speaking about precisely regulation and how to make these things that we're building mainstream via regulation. It started August the 5th, it ends August the 31st. And that's the end of the pop-up city, but the movement continues.
Yeah.
So the startups will continue going to the hub, and the plan is to have the hub open for 2 years. And we have the support of major companies in the crypto business. So we're happy with everything that's going on, and as you have probably felt, the vibe is amazing. It's amazing, and I go to crypto events all the time, and of course there's vibe everywhere, but the vibe that you have here is one of a kind.
Yeah,
we're happy with that.
So I think it's really remarkable about what you have achieved, which is a month-long event with, programming every single day. Like you have talks and top-notch speakers every day. You have events at night. You have like all these different locations in Palermo, in a really nice neighborhood in Buenos Aires. You have these like food tokens. I mean, it's just like such an ambitious undertaking that I think that the fact that you're able to pull it off, to pull off a month-long thing with events every single day, just like speaks to how strong the community in Argentina is.
Well, yeah, I completely agree. Special chapeau to Martin Telechea and Fio, who are in charge of programming. And really the community, not only in Argentina, but worldwide, started to get enthusiastic about, hey, that guy's over there, hey, that company is supporting this movement, this pop-up city, hey. And that created a positive snowball. So today, what we have is lots of people say, hey, I would love to participate. Do you have a spot for speaking? And that turned into a positive circle. I mean, things starting to roll out, and not only within the crypto community, but outside the community. Just to give an idea, the thing that you were mentioning about, we have today, it's 30 different restaurants and shops that accept native crypto payments. That is one of a kind. I mean, they have this pay with crypto, and you have a QR code. They just put the amount that they are willing to charge you, and you can pay in regular crypto, ETH, BTC, USDC, or you can pay in our token, which is a Morphe token, and that is kind of a joke, because Morphe is a slang word for eating in Argentina. It's morfar. So we created this Morphe token, and this was done by the Simplified guys, which is a startup within Aleph. And we mint every week. We mint you 100 Morphe tokens, which I would say they are, let me do the quick math, something like $60 or $70, which you can spend eating in all of these restaurants. And just to give you an idea of the impact that this thing is having, we have below, I mean, below Aleph, we have something like 7 to 8 restaurants. So we started pitching them, hey, we're doing this or this movement, we're 400 to 500 people coming and eating, and we would like to be in crypto because we are from the crypto industry, and we have this Morphe token thing, and we sort of have this explanation on how to change that for regular Argentinian currency. And most of them got in, but there was this one place, which, as a matter of fact, the owner is a friend of mine. I said, no, you know what, I don't want to mess with that thing, crypto. Day 3, I get a chat, hey Diego, I need your crypto guys. Bring them here. Say, hey, you need to accept Morphe. Okay, I accept whatever you want. I want all those
Everyone
people
was going to
other places. Because I mean, 400 people going down to have lunch. Hey, why am I getting zero of this business? I need to get in that. So now, the other day I went to this place of my friends. Hey, I'm paying with Morphe, man. Of course, Jack, and I did the transaction. And there is, I mean, just it's a coin that shows how impactful this thing can be outside of the community, because at the end of the day, what we need to transform is the world needs to be the crypto community.
Yeah.
And those baby steps are just making everyone aware of, hey, I want that. Why am I not getting that? Well, I would like to accept crypto payments because that expands my business. And that is the real world use cases which we are baby stepping here, and I think that is really impactful.
So I'd love to talk about how this movement can continue and can lead to just concrete actions from the Argentine government and Argentine legislations. But staying for a minute more, just like the organization itself, how is this funded? I mean, this is an incredible space. You guys are seeing behind us is like co-working space. It's amazing. There's another co-working space 2 blocks down. There's amazing food. Who is supporting this?
Well, I mean, we have a list of sponsors, very committed companies, that organization which helped us get to this point. It's to mention a few. We have, of course, Juan Bennett and Protocol Labs. We have CK Sync or Matter Labs supporting us. We have Circle, we have Polygon, we have Solana. There are a bunch of sponsors, main sponsors, which help us get this way. And we have sponsors both for the Aleph and for the Crecimiento movement. And we're really confident that this that we generated, this space, this movement, is getting even stronger. So more people wanna come here, and let me share with you, without giving names, some of the stories that the CEOs and the main representatives of all of these big crypto projects, I mean projects that are already successful in the world, as the ones that I mentioned before. He said, you know what I've seen here, I never seen it anywhere else. What is happening here, I never saw it in my life. So we need to make strong focus in Argentina, in this community, in building here, because to have a complete understanding is we are in a crypto as it get events. Everybody here is in crypto. Today is August the 22nd, we have 17 days going through. 17 days because this goes on Saturday, Sunday. You go to the hub and you find people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nobody ever in these 17 days made a single reference to a price of a single crypto asset. Nobody speaks about the price of BTC, ETH, or whichever coin you may think about. Nobody cares about that. All that people are thinking is, how do we build real world solutions, real world use cases?
Yeah.
And that is so important for me. Well, of course, we all like to see how BTC is 60,000, 500 or whatever, but I mean, that's not the focus. The focus is, if we want to make this industry mainstream, we need to solve real world use cases, and I think that's what we're building here. Yeah,
and I think what's interesting about the structure, how you lead this up with your supporters. It's not like it's a multi-chain, like it's a chain agnostic effort, right? Like I'm not seeing any kind of one narrative or one chain or one token beat anything out. It's like let's all work together towards this goal. So I think that was important in just like making sure that everyone could feel welcome and feel as like part of this movement. So speaking about how, when this ends, what are the concrete actions that you can expect will come out of this? I've heard a lot of talk about a sandbox, an economic zone. So like, if everything goes right, what are the things that you can expect will come as a result of this?
Well, the sandbox and first of all, let me touch the point regarding crypto tribalism, which I'm completely against it. Of course, I mean, I have been working in the Ethereum community for quite some time, and in Argentina is perhaps the strongest community, but I'm completely against tribalism, because I always say the same thing. I mean, how many crypto users we have today in the world? 300 million, 350 million. Okay, we have 8 billion people in planet Earth. So does it make sense that we keep fighting within the industry? Yeah. We need to go and get the other 7,700 million people which are not using the advantages of this technology into this technology. So in that, we should work arm with every other player in the industry, regardless of the chain, token, or whatever. Going back to the future of Crecimiento, what do you think should be what do I think that should be the outcomes? The outcome of Crecimiento, you say, hey, Crecimiento was a success, is we need to transform Argentina into a crypto country, transforming the capital markets, the credit markets, the financial railways, and at the end of the day, transforming how do we trust and how do we exchange trust between the participants in this society using, for example, Quack ID, just to give you a small advertisement of our project. That is the main objective. In order to do that, well, we need several things. Regulations, for example, you were mentioned, special economic zone and sandbox, are tools that will enable us to create that changes. We are convinced that Argentina today, in my humble opinion, has the opportunity of becoming Crypto Valley, and that is real. That is real. This is the first time in our history, or in the technological history of Argentina, that we have the opportunity of leading the world in this, or being one of the world leaders in this arena. Because when we started Web 1, and I am 50 years old, I had the chance of leading that. When we started Web 1, we did an amazing job. We had several unicorns, but what we were doing were basically bringing models created in the States or anywhere else and implementing them regionally. And we were successful in that. But I mean, we were just bringing things, not just, but I mean, we were copying things that were occurring somewhere else and implementing it here. In Web 2, we had a kind of a sprint of companies which were creating new things from here. Just to give you a few of examples, Mural and OutZero, which was sold to Okta. They were very successful creating new things. But we were, I mean, one of the participants in that ecosystem, and a small one. In Web3, for Argentina, the outlook is completely different. We are leading the world in several areas. Just to give you a few examples, I mean, companies that everybody knows, Open Sampling, led and created by Argentinians, Lambda Class, Align Layer, Rooster. You start to say, hey, we are now not copying, not being a small participant. We have a big share of the talent that's in place here. And that is life-changing for everyone potentially. And we should sort of leverage that. Yeah.
What about Argentina do you think can make it lead in this Web3 phase of the internet?
Well, what I think is that first we have a very strong crypto adoption in Argentina. And Argentina has had in the last decades with a big S, that would be 6, 7, 8 decades, such an awful economic condition that we Argentinians were trained to survive kind of Navy SEALs of economic disasters. That was not made by design, but that occurred. Why did crypto adoption is so strong in Argentina? Well, basically, if you have 300% a year of inflation, your government forbids you to buy any kind of coin or currency which is not your failing currency, which is the Argentine peso. You cannot buy dollars freely. You cannot move money in or out of the country. We Argentinians are trying to, hey, we need to hack this. We need to make it happen somewhere. That's where crypto came in. The crypto adopters in Argentina, of course, we have some OGs and people that really trust in the crypto ethos. But most crypto adopters came because it was a necessity. Hey, this technology, this financial system allows me to do things I cannot do in the regular financial system. Such as, for example, you are a middle-class worker. You earn, I don't know, $1,000 a month in pesos. And you want to sort of save, I don't know, $100 a month for a future trip or whatever. Well, you can't do that if you don't go to a sort of an informal transaction, meeting with someone in the street and say, hey, I give you the pesos, you give me the dollars. With the other thing that if you want to exchange $1,000, you need like a kind of 1 million pesos. That would be 10 stacks of money. That's crazy. Say, hey, I can do this in 2 clicks. I love it. So first, we have this immense crypto adoption. Second, we have a talent pool really big. Third, we have strong projects which are being successful worldwide. Fourth, we have this entrepreneurial spirit that the Argentinians have, that, hey, creating and building new things. As I mentioned, we have 67 startups in Aleph. And we have these communities attracting people from all over the world. More than 10 startups within Aleph are from all over the world. And you have this vibrant community which is helping and making things, making events and gatherings all the time. And you have an extremely wonderful and livable city, which is Buenos Aires. I invite every one of you who are watching to come and visit the city, because in my humble perspective, it's incredible.
It is. I can verify that.
You can come here and have amazing wine, amazing steak. Mm-hmm. The other day we made a proof of steak, mm-hmm. a proof of steak dinner. Mm-hmm. So you got your POAP certifying that you ate a steak. So I think that we have amazing conditions in order to do this, and it's up to us.
So the goal is to be the crypto valley, not of of Argentina or the region. It's to really be a hub for crypto for the world is the goal.
Definitely, we think that we could be a hub of crypto for the world. We should be that. We have the possibility of doing that, and that is big. It's really big. And by doing that, we will transform our country. Our country has been struggling for lots of decades, and we have the chance, I think, to transform the country, and is really important.
So why would somebody building for crypto in the US or I don't know in Europe come to Argentina?
Well, if you're building crypto in the US, I think that you're in kind of danger. A lot of the things that are happening from a regulatory perspective. I think that today we have, of all of these conditions that we mentioned before, there's something missing in this puzzle, which is we need to have proper regulation in order for you to incorporate your company in Argentina. Today, that's not going to happen. It's not a good choice. Having a special economic zone or some sort of regulatory framework that allows and encourages that is part of the goals of the movement. But today you have all of the things that I mentioned before. You have a vibrant community, you have a talent pool, you have a lot or big crypto adoption, and that is something which is really important in any crypto project that is being developed.
Okay, and then with that crypto community and crypto adoption, you have kind of the grassroots already laid out in Argentina. You have the users, the community, and so forth. So I think maybe the biggest impact that Crecimiento can have is a change in regulation, right? And maybe in the tax regime to just like make it easier for companies to incorporate here and just to have like a clear framework.
That is, I wouldn't say that is the most important. That is definitely, perhaps it is the most important, but it's not the only one. That is an ideal piece in the puzzle, and we're pursuing that. We hope that we can achieve it, and we're pursuing that in different aspects: special economic zone, sandboxes, and this special regime, which is called the RIGI, which is the regime for big investments. So we're pursuing that type of changes and regulations, but we're also contributing via the Aleph, via the Crecimiento movement. We think that there's in the race of a startup to become a big company, we think that we need to make stronger the part of when you start, because we have a lot of wealthy people here, but we don't have an established network of angels investors, and at the end of the day, projects just use their social capital and say, hey, come and know you with this idea, would you please put X amount of money in this project? And we think that we can make that kind of stronger, and that is really important for startups, and bring in the capital investments from outside of the country and from big wealth individuals in the country to finance startups and to help sort of train founders and accelerate companies. I think that we can put new things over the table there, which are needed in order to sort of make this startup community and the startups in Argentina and over the world bigger. Basically, what we see is we have 10, 12 pain points in Argentina we just need one successful startup per pain point, and we can, with technology, resolve most of the problems that Argentina faces, and that is part of the challenge.
Amazing. Well, to wrap up, how can people get involved?
Well, the first thing I would do is I would go to aleph.crecimiento.build, and there you have access to our programming, the Telegram group, and although we have a few days, something like 8 days before Aleph ends, Aleph is just the starting phase. Crecimiento is starting.
Right.
We have the first month of a 2 to 3 years project, so do get involved, do get in touch. We're willing to have you working with us.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Diego.
Thanks so much, Camille.